reignite your intuition to grow your intuitive self. Today I talk about how toxic are some traditions. My name is Angela and I'm a highly intuitive person by birth. What makes me the expert in supporting you regaining your intuition as a psychic life coach, it is my passion to support people by becoming themselves. Trusting fully your intuition takes time and is a very individual process. I share with you my knowledge and hands-on strategies that I have developed to support you in your daily life. Take 30 minutes of your lifetime and schedule a free call within 2 seconds and then have a call with me. Well, as we all know, we have loads of traditions in loads of different countries with loads of different reasons, etc. As a matter of fact, those traditions are not always healthy. Don't expect me to tell you now like, oh, this is bad, or sell is bad, or we shouldn't do this, we shouldn't do that. It's more like to become more conscious what it means that something's toxic. I mean, there is traditions that I can't understand because I just can't. I'm not saying too stupid, but I have a hard time to accept why people do what they do. I'm pretty sure you'd like an example. For example, there is this race through a special place in Spain, I think, where the bulls are following the people and they run away, and that means they're strong, and I think that's just not smart, that's just ridiculous, especially because of the stress for the animal. But nevertheless, I just don't know the details of the tradition. So how can I judge? I'm very simple in this moment. I do not like the fact to have the impression that animals are in a bad situation because humans are pretending to be smart or something else, but for sure not humans. So this is not something I don't like, I don't understand, but I do not know the details as a matter of fact. As we are right now starting into this Christmas season time, and I just check on my list what time is this one coming out. It's already December 4th when you watch this video, or you listen to this podcast, by the way. It's still November. As you might know, I double trouble myself. No, I easily make it one way. I make videos and podcasts, and then there is this whole data mix coming up, but who cares? Because maybe you listen to it in 2020, that's fine enough too. So the point is, what I want to talk about toxic traditions is, I'm not going to start to talk about, Christmas was made to love each other and to be loving with each other and not to give gifts. I think it is beautiful to get gifts. I love to get gifts. I don't like to get a gift because they think they have to give me one. I love gifts the full year round if someone sees something and thinks of me, and here it is. As an example, a friend of mine knows that I'm a unicorn lover since 39 years, at least this lifetime. And she found homemade gummy bear to make by myself, and they're unicorns. And I'm like, yay, I make my own gummy bears. And I haven't started yet, but it's totally on my plan to do so. And I love it. I think these things are awesome. Why did she give it to me? Because she saw them and she thought of me. And I think this is what I want I try to make you a bit more conscious about this whole gift thing. We should stop to think that because of your birthday you must get a huge gift. Because it's Christmas you must get a huge gift. What I think about is Easter as well. When I was a child, I remember we had this privilege to have a garden. So we went egg hunting and I was all excited. And before the next summer school started, I had the chance to have a little special gift where I get like the pens and everything I needed to start school in summer, which is cute. In the meanwhile, there is only gifts. I mean, don't get me wrong, but those kids who get gifts from me get one for the birthday and one for Christmas, and hell no. Sometimes I'm a bit shocked what they wish for. I remember once, not that the child did it on purpose, but it was like a hoverboard or a PlayStation, don't even ask me which number it was back then, or a mobile, or Pokemon cards. And I was like, I take a Pokemon cards! And then the mother was like, yeah, my mother takes them already. And I'm like, well, I do not buy him any of these things, especially not alone. I'm totally not into that. Which was a bit mean, but I was just like, well, in my country back then, it was not allowed to use hoverboards on streets. It was only allowed on private ground, so you had to have either a huge parking lot that you owned, or you just couldn't use it, or you used it in the house, and I don't think that's smart. PlayStation, well, let's say I don't like them too much. At least it's more controlled than mobiles. And with the mobile, I was like, how the hell does he need a more modern mobile than I do? And I work online, for Christ's sake. That was funny. So it's this advertisement that starts to go on around us, like bigger, faster, better, But as a matter of fact, I remember my granny, she made me stockings. She knitted stockings. I did not like them too much, but they were made for my granny. And I remember the first time she bought me stockings, that was awful because they did not fit. She had no feeling when she buys them, but she was perfect when she knit them. So this whole gift thing, this tradition is not very healthy. I'm also someone who goes to sleep on the 31st of December. Why do I fall asleep on the 31st of December? We have to party, haven't we? No, we don't have to. Especially those of you who do ski. Go skiing. Go skiing on the 1st of January. That's the best. The mountain is half empty and the other half has to work. That's just, I mean, skiing on 1st of January is awesome. The point is there is no reason to get into the stress. Like, I remember once, I was invited to a New Year's party and it was so overwhelming. It was so hard with all these people and I was so stressed out and I was crying my eyes out and I wanted to leave and then I finally was able to say, okay, I go. And I knew it would be, for the people around me, it was not polite or not nice or they tried to protect me. So I lived downtown back then and I ran into the tram. I tried to hide myself so nobody could see me. I ran home and shortly before midnight I was home and I was like, finally. Because there was no reason to be out there. There was no reason for me to be with these people because this was a toxic tradition, being with everybody, we're having a party. And I could feel that this in between those people connection was so fake. It was so how to explain it? It was ugly. In my opinion, it was ugly. It was really ugly how they treated each other. They were so nice and I always knew I was not too welcome. Of course, I was welcome because I was once my brother's sister. I was one of the brother's sisters, so there was no choice. But I was not studied. I didn't have a finished school then properly, etc., etc. And then this unspoken things that were in the room, and I'm pretty sure for you that this experience from Christmas, from Thanksgiving, from New Year's, from Easter, from 4th of July, in Switzerland 1st of August, in Germany 3rd of October, and of course in France 14 juillet, whatever. So we do go to places and parties that are traditional, that we love to go on one hand, but on the other hand it's so fake. And that's the point. Go only to places and events you want to go. And now you most probably think, is she nuts? We have to go to certain events. We must visit certain family members. Yes and no. First of all, yes, you can say all the time no, but if you say all the time no, you might have a lot of discussions with your spouse. Or you say yes, go there, but within you decide why you're doing it. And you're not doing it most probably for the person who's there, but most probably for the person you're going with. So give this person the gift of your time to go with that person to this place. Or company parties. I try to avoid any company parties back when I was employed. Now I'm my own boss and the only person who has a company party with me is me. So I'm safe. But the point is, a company party can really become something. I've once been on a huge one which was like, I can't even say it in words what it made with me. It was like, really, really strongly going towards me. Because it was not fair, not clear, not open. It was fake. And I'm not very fake available, let's call it that way. So if you go to somewhere and you know your spouse thinks it's very important to him or her, make sure that you give your time to follow to go there as a gift. Because if you go there because for the person and then you make a face, you're not helping, you're actually the opposite. So go there, support the person you love with your time and with your appreciation of being there for him or her and not for anybody else. Then your energy is much more conscious and you're less to be attacked and less to be tired. So traditions of going to parties, which is now at this time of the year crazy, make sure that you are well aware of how you do it, when you do it, where you do it. In this case, I'm saying have a marvelous time. Enjoy every party you can go if you want to go. Enjoy them because you give your time as a gift to those which you don't want to go. And make sure to be aware of the fact that you are the most beautiful person and that you are totally worth to say sometimes just no. Are you ready for being you? Yes, go to angelahack.com, book a 30-minute free call. You find the link below the podcast. Thank you for listening to Reignite Your Intuition.